a bad piano, start the show. Keys all out of tune, just watch them go. Welcome to Adam and Joe talking nonsense on the Outside Scoop podcast show.
Welcome to the Outside Scoop.
Episode 23?
22?
22?
22. I think it's 22.
20.
It's 22.
Wasn't the last one 22?
I think the last one was 21. Oh, I'm going to have a look.
You're going to have to have a look. 20 was the first one. 21. Yeah, no, 22 then.
Yeah, we're on 22. Are we keeping this in? We can't keep this in, can we? Welcome to the Outside Scoop
Episode 22.
with me, Adam.
And me, Joe.
So,
Here we
we
are.
did fishing last week. Well, last week.
Last week. 2 weeks before that, we did politics.
Yeah, 2 weeks before that, yeah. Honestly, it's August now.
Yeah, last month, whatever it was. Yeah,
It's been like 3 months since we did the beer
Decade.
festival, isn't it?
yeah.
So, I've got an interesting one to talk about.
Go ahead.
I want to talk about... So, we've talked about your early work history.
Yeah.
Early work history is a formative time
It is.
in our lives.
Yes.
I want to know what drives Joe.
Mm.
So, from 2003,
Yeah.
tell me how your drives have changed.
Well, you know what? It's the big question on everyone's lips, that is. On everybody's lips. What makes him go? Why does he do what he does?
Why does he keep doing the crap he does?
Keeps putting himself through the ringer.
It never gets better, and yet he does it again.
Over and over again. It's just incremental gains all along
That's
the
it.
way.
Yeah, well, losses.
Losses, yeah.
Gains are a dirty
Yeah,
word.
I think my mum says it's an ongoing joke we have now, but life puts up hurdles,
Yeah.
and you sort of meant to jump through them, over them. Sorry, and
Yeah.
I just run through the hurdles and drag them in my wake.
He's not jumping hurdles, he's dragging them with.
He's dragging them with. He just runs straight through them and then just dragging in his wake. And yeah, so that's the ongoing joke. But I guess so. I left school in 2003, as everyone did.
Well, we did.
He just did. You know, you went in school till 18 then, were you? So
We're in school till you're 18, and not many of us did sixth form or college, really.
no, not in our sort of circle of influence.
No, I don't think we really knew what it was about.
So I left school. I got my GCSEs. Surprisingly, did okay in them. All C and above, except the one I didn't go to, which was French. Got an X in that.
Oh, dear.
So I just forgot the exam happened. Just forgot it. So not that it was of any particular importance. Anyway, so I did that. Went to college. Decided to do public services.
Did you?
Don't know why. I didn't know anybody in school. So the people I did know, a few of them were going to do public services. I was like, oh, do what you're doing.
All right.
And it felt like I had to go to college.
Yeah.
Felt like I had to go, and it's like, oh, I'll do public services, and you're doing that, I'll do that. I'll go join the police or whatever. And I did it from September till Christmas-ish time.
Oh, did you?
And I was just like, nah,
This is crap.
I can go. Well, I kind of like, can I go get a full-time job?
Yeah.
Can I go work
If I
full-time?
can just go work full time, I'll do that.
Oh wait, I can go work full-time.
Yeah.
I'll go get a job.
Yeah.
I can go earn some money
Which is better.
and
But it
do
wasn't
things, and that's what I did. And motivation there is just to go earn some money so you can do things. More about doing rather than acquiring, if you know what I mean. So that's what I did when I left school. Went to college, left college, went and got a job. I worked in the family business, which was pet food products, coats,
So, on
collars,
a pet food day, pet shop day,
birdseed,
what got you out of bed in the morning?
money.
Was it the money?
Well, no, it's just actually just doing the job.
Was it?
That kind of, not old-fashioned, but that I've got a job, I've got to get up and go do it. Like, there's no option, is there?
No.
You got a job,
So you got to get up and do
you
it.
go to work,
Yeah.
and that
What
was
was it for? Did young Joe have a? I'm going to work for.
No,
Really?
no, there's no 4-4. You know, it was
Because you're quite a driven man, so it surprises me that you went and worked at the pet shop because that's what you did. Because you're not really I'm doing it because that's what you do kind of
There's
guy.
no goal at that time. I didn't learn about kind of goals, and that was a bit later on in life. But no, it was kind of go to work, and then so the my auntie owned the pet shop which I worked at, and that had my cousin, so her son, he also worked there, and some other family members was also sort of, it was all very much a family affair, and yeah, we sort of work 5 days a week there, then go out on the weekend. At 16 years old, go out with him. He was like 20, so I don't know.
Smashed up.
He's 4 years older than me, so yeah, he would have been 20. So you know, he took me under his wing, if you like, in terms of going out to the pub and clubs and all that sort of stuff. So did that for probably 18 months, 2 years, and then I got another job, which was the part-time job at Jessop's. I don't know why. I can't remember why. Maybe I thought I'd just go, time to move on. So I did that, and I did 7 days a week for 7 months.
Did you?
Because I did 2 days there, 5 days there, or 3 days there,
Oh,
4
so you
days
did
there.
them. So you what do you think? It was just you need more money.
Yeah, just more money, just so I could keep going out, probably something
That's
like
what
that.
it is back then,
Yeah,
though, isn't
just so you can go out and have a good time and
Yeah.
and whatever. So that was pretty much no real kind of goals really at that point. Always liked the idea of just having my own thing. Whatever that thing wasn't really clear at that point. Wasn't really clear. But at age 18,
It's still not really.
No. Well, I do have goals. I know firmly what they are.
Well, that's where we're heading.
But we'll get there at one point. So at the age of 18, there was an internet cafe on the road opposite the pet shop, which is owned by a guy called Michael. Now he went to my cousin and said, "Do you want this cafe?"
Right.
And he kind of went, "Yeah, all right. How
Right.
much do you want?" And he went, "Give me a quid."
Really?
Whatever,
Just
yeah,
one
it's
that
like-
it got rid of.
Yeah. That should have been the warning sign, really.
Yeah.
He just wants out.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me a pound and it's yours.
And I think it's a couple £100 or something like that. It wasn't any significant amount of money. So he acquired the internet cafe for like no money, and he ran it as an entity for a while, but he had to borrow a load of money to make some changes that he wanted to make. So I don't know how much money that was. I had no idea. It might have been a couple of grand. It might have been 6-7 grand. I don't think it was any more than 10 grand. But he privately borrowed this money off some guys.
Oh, really?
And I think, the place just wasn't making any money. Sort of within 6-7 months, it just didn't make any money.
Right.
And then he said, "Oh, do you want to get involved with this?" Me. I was like, "Yeah, go on then. Be my own boss."
Yeah.
And then I gave that a go for 6 months, and just again not making
Any
any
money.
No, I think the big problem was it was at that time when not everyone had internet at home, but it was becoming more popular.
Most people had internet at home, and
Well, it was they didn't have fast internet; they had dial-up.
yeah, they had
So
dial-up.
you'd come down to the cafe because you wanted to actually experience fast internet.
Yeah, do something that
or
you needed
wanted
to
play
do.
games or something like that.
That was the biggest thing, was gaming.
Yeah.
Because to have a gaming computer you could play against other people was impractical at home.
You could have it, but it's just if you had dial-up connection, you couldn't really play with other people over the internet very well.
No, it didn't work very well.
So that's why you had LAN parties and played and all that sort of stuff. And then broadband became more of a popular thing. And yeah, that anyway. And electricity costs. These computers weren't cheap to run.
No.
Big CRT monitors having 27 of those things running.
It was also the iPhone was imminent, wasn't it? At that point,
Yeah.
That's sort of the change in technology we were heading to. Is that we were only about 2 or 3 years away from the iPhone at that point.
Yeah. So yeah. So anyway, that just didn't happen. But I got a little taste anyway.
Little taste of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And I know you hate that word. But
And little taste of what it's like to not have to work for the man, if you like. But anyway, so I'm not going to go through job to job to job to job.
well,
But
it's not so much the job, but it's the what got you up in the morning. What pushed you? So you took on the internet cafe for there was a desire to work for yourself, to be your own boss. That was your initial driver on
there's
that.
something there to prove, but I don't know what that was.
Maybe, yeah.
There would have been a little like, oh, I'm going to prove so and so wrong.
Prove somebody that I can do it.
Yeah, whatever that was, I don't know. And but like, what gets me going now? What are my motivations and goals now?
No, it's too soon. I don't want to know yet. No, I want to know what got 2010 Joe out of bed.
2010.
So I think in 2010 you just bought your first house.
So 2010. No, I think 2010. I think it was 2011. That was.
Was it 11 you bought the house?
I only had that house for a year, and that was all done by 2012.
Oh, okay.
I remember 2012 because the London Olympics, and then I came down to Southend, and we sat in Dave's hot tub for a weekend.
Oh, we did, didn't we? Yeah, yeah, we did. Yeah.
So that was then. So 2010.
Oh, that was that long ago.
Yeah, I mean, I was only 20 odd then, so still, there's no great motivations to do anything. The motivations are to get on in your careers.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. So I would have been smashing the phones at that time, selling adverts and magazines. So my motivation there was to just earn more money, but to what end? There wasn't any.
Right.
That's
it was just an ethereal. I need more money at that point.
That's the whole thing, though, isn't it? That drives you in sort of.
So
in those ages, it's like I'm not trying to save up for a house or a car.
No.
I just want more. I need to be better at my job, better at my career. But to what end? There wasn't one.
So how did that change from just earning money to over the last 10 years? Because you've had life-changing changes.
Yeah.
But leading up to the birth of Bertie, how did the drive from just earning money change?
Oh, he was the big one though.
Yeah,
he was.
But leading up to it,
having the birth of the child changes everything.
Of course it does.
And that changed all the goals and what I wanted to do, and
but
made me take the risks I needed to take.
The decision to have a baby, is, that's already a change in your life goal, isn't it?
It wasn't much of a discussion.
Really?
Been dating Gemma for about
15 minutes?
6 months it was. About 6 months. I was a kid, yeah, go on then. And that was it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
That was all it was.
Good.
It wasn't a big, detailed, can we financially afford this, what we're going to do.
Shall we have a baby? Yeah, why not?
And that's it. And Gemma's often still surprised to this day that we don't talk about any big decisions in any great detail, when the biggest decision we made was, shall we have a baby? Yeah,
all right then. yeah. This is how it started, Gemma.
Yeah.
It's never going to change.
She wants to discuss
big conversations about things.
Yeah, what we having for tea, or what we're doing about the car, or what we're doing about holidays, and we'll just book it and go.
We'll just do it.
When yeah.
It seems completely reasonable to me, but
the tone was set at the start. So, baby, all right.
Yeah, all right then.
I'll be all right. That's enough. That's done.
Yeah. It's happened. Let's
Decisions
move on.
made. Now we're pregnant.
So I can imagine that going from slinging magazine advertisements, with that's a drive to ultimately earn more money and potentially have more prestige within your career. How did the responsibility, the idea of that change when the idea of Bertie came along? The idea of, oh, maybe we'll have a baby, and now we've got one on the way.
Well, the decision was firmly like, I think the logic in my head was you can't have a job because when I was talking about middle classes earlier.
Well, no, weeks ago,
months ago, and it's you're working class, you lose your job, you're buggered. So it's like, I'm not going to have that. I'm going to have to forge my own path, whichever way that is.
Okay.
And it was simple as that, really. So first it was a little bit of recruitment.
Yeah.
I'd had a job as a recruiter
before,
and I thought I'd do it by myself now. But that was, I felt there was other opportunities elsewhere, really.
Okay.
Which I went with, the other opportunities.
Yeah.
Which, it turned out to be quite a good earner for a while.
Yeah.
But the motivation was to take control, earn my own money, set my own hours, because I want to be around the kids at this age.
So there's a lot of taking back control was a big factor.
Yeah, because I wanted to be around the kids. I'm around the kids a lot, and during these younger years,
and that's important too.
Yeah, and it's something, because you're involved in their lives, they're involved in your life, and it's all, I want them to have this. I'm not putting a bubble around their childhood. I'm just trying to make sure they get the best out of their childhood as they can with the different experiences they have and the fun that we have and the constant lies I tell them. They'll listen. They'll be asking me now, what lies you tell us, Daddy? I'm not telling you what they are. But you'll figure it out later on in life.
One day.
One day you wake up in the middle of the night and go, he was lying about that. That's not the truth.
So that boils down to fatherhood.
Yeah.
Boils down to that responsibility.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Because I never wanted to be the dad that could never be at home. Because he was always at work.
Okay.
That's the thing.
Why is that?
Just want to make sure I'm there for them, and they're happy.
These are questions we've never talked about before, me and him. So it's going to be a lot of laughing.
Yeah.
So what does fatherhood mean to you?
Just fun.
Just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Just having fun with them for their sake.
Yeah.
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 Oh, okay.
Yeah, making sure they're enjoying themselves all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that they don't take nothing's too serious for them, and
So it's just a nice. Easy is the wrong word, but it's.
It's not easy, no. But for fatherhood for the child, it's making sure that they can. Yeah, they've got.
What do you take out of it?
Enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pure, unadulterated enjoyment. That's what it is, yeah.
It's just pure,
and you get no judgment whatsoever from that enjoyment, like because they're your kids. So, they don't judge you. You are their world.
You can just,
yeah.
Okay. So how is that? How have you found?
And there's no politics with kids either.
No. There's no.
Everything's wide-eyed and innocent. There's no agendas. There's no nothing. If they say something, they mean it.
Yeah.
They don't have any malice in what they say.
So the honesty of childhood.
Yeah, and they're like. Yeah, when you get older, you start talking to people. Everything's loaded. Everything's got an agenda.
Everything's got a reason why they're saying it, rather than, "Daddy, why do birds fly?"
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah, or if they go, "This is bad," they actually mean it's bad. But you never take anything from that because like, "Oh no, you're right. It is bad, isn't it?" Or "Yeah, it is good." Or
"Oh, you're saying that's bad because you want, or your plan is." It's just they think that's bad.
Yeah.
So how's the How does fatherhood change between the children? You've had one and they're your whole world. Yeah. I imagine when Bertie was born, nothing else mattered.
I was still a child when Bertie was born. I was still a child myself, and
still are.
Parents, you grow up a lot. Like you do a lot of growing up in the first 6 months, then first year, and then the first 2 years, and it's that's when you become a grown up is when you have that sort of first child, and there's a quote. You grow up with your first child and you raise your second.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
So
how do you find that?
That's true.
Really?
Yeah, that's true.
How do you mean grow up? What was your experience of what was that growing up like for you?
So it's not been so self. When you have the family. That's it's not an immediate. You put the family first. You got to grow into that.
Right.
You don't just have the baby and then everything you put. Yeah, you say they're my one and only. That's my. But your actions don't say that.
Right.
That takes time, and I've seen it with everybody. I've seen that has had a kid.
Right.
It takes that time to actually put them first.
Right.
Through actions, and it's complete changes in terms of who you are, what you are, your habits, your emotions, your everything. So it does. That just doesn't happen overnight.
What do you mean emotions?
Motions,
not
emotions.
Oh, right,
so like
emotions.
like your everyday kind of routines and sleeping's gone.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be on 6 o'clock anymore.
Lunchtime isn't at 3:30 because that's when you fancy it. It's at 12 midday.
Yeah. Because the kids are hungry.
And it's all those sorts. It's things like that. Tea time's at 5, not at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
The time between 5 and 8 o'clock, that doesn't exist anymore. It's just about trying to get them into bed.
You have no evening. You've got afternoon and night.
Yeah, you got afternoon, night. You got like an hour, and then you go to bed. But yeah, that quote. You grow up with your first child. You grow up with your first child, and you raise your second child. And then your third child's just whatever, they take care of themselves.
So what? I'm laughing now.
You're allowed to laugh.
Yeah, we have to laugh because these are not things we talk about, are they? But this is what I wanted to get into. You see, this is where I wanted to go.
Listening intently now.
Oh no, yeah. She's like, hang on a minute. How comes Adam's getting more information out of him than I ever have? Because I had him first, Gemma.
And the biggest decision we made was all right.
Yeah, all right. But we all love you, really, Gemma. So the difference between Toby and Bertie.
Yeah.
So Bertie's come along, and as you say, you've had to grow up.
Oh, you know how time goes by quickly. Every year gets quicker and quicker and quicker. The first 6 months with Bertie was a decade.
Was it?
Yeah.
Felt that long.
Because there was also that steep learning curve.
Every day.
Whenever it is you're learning something, time slows down. Whenever you're doing something new, time slows down. So that first 6 months, that first 12 months, and up to the first 24 months, and then Toby was born, really
stretched out.
Really felt long. Toby was born, it felt like 6 months went by fairly quickly.
Right.
But then when Maisie was born, I've blinked and she's turning 4 in March.
I know, it's mad that, isn't it?
And
feels like she was born a minute ago.
Yeah, well, I still think she's a little baby, but she's not. She's walking, talking, attitudey.
Yeah, she's a little girl now, isn't she?
Bossing me about and telling me what I need to do. And so the other day she came in and said, "Daddy, you need to be making our tea. What are you doing? You need to be making our tea now." Or before she goes to bed, she'll give me a list of things I need to do.
Oh, funny.
It's quite funny.
That's good.
But yeah, no, you have the more children, then that time just goes quicker. Just
so
because it's not such a steep learning curve anymore either.
What about because I can imagine with your first child, there's an emotional connection there that I've not got any children, so I don't know.
Yeah,
but I can imagine it's almost desperate in its intensity. It's almost it's strong, it's powerful, is the way to describe it. That becomes your world. Did you approach when the second one came along? How did that change? How did that? Because you're going to be devoted to over that 6 months to 2 years, as you said. You grew up. Your emotions changed to everything revolved around Bertie, and then another one comes along, and now you've got to do the same thing again.
Yeah.
How does that? How did you approach that? How does that feel? How does looking back on it? How did you deal with that?
He's just another member of the flock at that point.
Really?
Yeah, he's almost straight. It's not like, oh, we've got a new baby, panic. It's just like, it's fine. We know what we're doing.
Right. So rather than
It's
becoming
it's
more
not
intense,
it's not double the effort.
right.
It's not double the effort at all to have the second child. It's maybe another 10 or 20% effort.
Okay.
That's kind of what it's like. It's not suddenly you got to do double the amount of work.
Right. It's just a little bit more, rather than a lot more.
That said, if you had twins, I think that's probably double the amount of work. And if you had
Really?
triplets, then that would probably be triple the amount of work. I think that is
a whole different problem.
That's a different ball game. But just having one kid, waiting a while, then having another, I think, particularly if you have them within 2, 3, 4 years of each other. I don't get the parents that have one kid that grows up to 16 years old, then they have a baby. I'd be like, no, I don't want to do that again.
That can be. Yeah, well, that's exactly what my dad said.
Yeah.
You know, he's had friends who have had girlfriends with young children, and my dad's like, I've done it. I don't want to go back to that.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like, if we were to have a fourth, it'd be now or never.
Yeah.
Because if we get to another year, then just may as well be going into school then, and it'd just be
going back to the hard bit,
doing it all again. Yeah. We've done that. We've done the hard bit.
Yeah.
Sort of 3 times now.
Yeah.
And keep doing that hard bit. Once you stop doing the hard bit, you don't want to go back to it, do you?
No, of course not. Of course
No.
not. No. So we can presume that sort of like the family and the kids, they're quite a driving force.
Yeah.
I mean, how much of what you do is selfish? How much of what you do is selfless?
It's hard to draw the line, I think, between the two, because
really?
it's what
you think
I do.
They're one of the same thing.
Yeah, I kind of do. I do it for them, but I get enjoyment out of it as well. So it's there's a selfish part about it, and then it's then you're thinking about sort of later on in life what they're going to be like, and you want them to be a certain way because you want to hang out with them in certain ways or whatever. And then there's the selfish part about that kind of. You're making not only your future family but your future friends as well.
Of course.
So there's that. Spend a lot of time thinking about their next steps and sort of what that's going to look like later on in their lives.
Right.
But, when they eventually have or have not children, or married or not get married or whatever. I'm looking forward to those events.
All the madness of that.
Yeah, but that'd be different because you can hand them back.
There you go. Not my problem anymore.
But that's decades away.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's decades away. And but yeah, I don't think you can really. It's all selfish and selfless, all wrapped up into.
It's all the same thing for you.
A ball of energy.
So how do you think it might change as they grow up? What's gonna get you out of bed?
That's when I'll get back into hobbies.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what you think then? That's when
because it's time intensive. There's hobbies are time intensive.
Absolutely.
And I'll have that time back.
So you think that's sort of personal enjoyment will sort of come back into the foray?
Yeah, that's when I'll go fishing again. But not just an afternoon.
Ride motorbikes.
Not just an afternoon down White Haven Pier or whatever it'll be.
Let's go for a week.
Let's go shooting for a day. Let's go racing or whatever. It's all that's what it'll be. Because my time is Monday to Friday, sort of work family, weekend family, and then once the family have fledged the nest, then I'll have weekends back, sort of evenings back, days throughout the week, whatever.
Okay then.
Yeah.
I think that was good. I think that was good. That was about as emotional as you will ever get out of Joe.
I could see what you're trying to dig out of me.
I know it's not there. I know
it's there. I've left it. I've left it in there.
So deep down.
I've not put it on the table.
Don't worry. We'll get it out of him one day. We'll get him out of you. This was a primer. I know it's there, but we just gotta let Joe know that this is a safe space.
You're among friends.
We're all friends here.
Except you. Okay.
Not you.
We'll call that one then.
Yeah.
And we might actually have a different set of clothes on next time.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So join us same time next time on The Outside Scoop with me, Joe.
I've been Adam.
And
like, subscribe and share.
We'll see you then.
Subscribe. Thank you. Goodbye.
Where the bad piano start to show, keys all out of tune, just watch 'em go. Welcome to